Hairstyles that help women 60 plus look and feel absolutely amazing. Turning 60 isn't the end of beauty. It's when you finally start defining beauty on your own terms. And one of the easiest, most powerful ways to refresh your spirit is by changing your hairstyle. A great haircut not only enhances your features, it reflects your personality, vitality, and confidence. 1. Chic shortcuts. Timeless, stylish, empowering. Many women over 60 go short for convenience. But short hair also represents freedom, modern spirit, and a bold attitude. A pixie cut or a soft bob can frame the face beautifully and take years off your look. Try this: a layered bob with soft waves or a silver blonde pixie with subtle highlights. Effortless, artistic, and age-defying. 2. Silver hair, don't care. Owning your natural grace. Forget covering up gray. More and more women today are embracing their silver hair, and it's stunning. Silver is no longer a sign of aging. It's a badge of experience, wisdom, and elegance. A well-maintained gray cut with soft waves or a sleek finish speaks volumes. I know who I am, and I love it. 3. Shoulder-length styles, feminine and flattering. Who says older women can't wear longer hair? A soft, shoulder-length cut with light layers or gentle waves brings out the romantic, graceful side of you without trying too hard. Perfect for women who love a touch of softness while still keeping it elegant. 4. Small tweaks, big impact. Adding bangs can soften facial lines and highlight your eyes. Warm, neutral colors like chestnut brown or ash beige make skin glow naturally. Invest in quality hair care for strength, shine, and smoothness. Mature hair needs extra love. Most of all, choose a style that feels like you. Whether you go bold, soft, silver, or sleek, your hairstyle is not just about fashion, it's about making a statement. I'm still evolving, and I love every bit of it. Continuation. Your hair doesn't just look beautiful, it tells your story. After 60 years of living, every woman carries a universe of memories and experiences. Joys, heartbreaks, victories, losses, all of it can be seen in your eyes, your smile, and sometimes in your hair. Your hairstyle is no longer just about appearance. It's about identity. It's about spirit. Free hair, free spirit. Maybe when you were younger, you chose hairstyles to fit the mold, to look appropriate, to fulfill the roles of wife, mother, or professional. But now is your time to choose the hair you love, whether it's cropped short, boldly dyed, or proudly silver. Every strand of hair now reflects your freedom, and that's beautiful. Choosing your hair equals choosing self-love. Going to the salon, sitting in the chair, chatting with your stylist, and looking in the mirror afterward. It's not just grooming. It's a ritual of self-care. It's you saying, I deserve to be cared for. I deserve to feel beautiful in my own way. I deserve a fresh start, at any age. Let your hair speak for who you are. Today, maybe you're soft and elegant, with flowing waves and warm tones. Maybe you're bold, rocking a fierce pixie cut with smoky hues. Or maybe you're simple, embracing natural silver, worn clean and confident. Whatever your choice, your hair says, I'm not chasing youth, I'm embracing truth. A new haircut equals a new beginning. If you're feeling stuck, restless, or ready for change but unsure where to begin, try starting with your hair. A new haircut won't change the world, but it can change how you see yourself. And sometimes, that's all it takes to begin a brand new, radiant, fearless journey. Hair and makeup, when subtlety becomes power. At 60 plus, your beauty isn't about trends. It's about elegance, self-expression, and most of all, confidence. Let your hair and makeup work together, not to hide your age, but to celebrate who you've become. 1. Soft hairstyles and gentle makeup. With shoulder-length waves or a softly layered bob, you're already showing grace. Pair with dewy, light foundation, soft peach or rose blush, a hint of eyeliner, maybe light mascara. nude pink or soft rose lipstick. Soft hair plus gentle tones equals understated elegance that feels ageless. 2. Bold haircuts and confident looks. If you're rocking a pixie cut or sharp bob, you're already bold. Let your makeup match your edge. Try clean eyeliner or shimmering copper shadows, warm blush tones, coral terracotta. A soft highlight for glow, lipstick in wine red, berry, or brick. This isn't just beauty, it's a message. I own this version of me. 3. Play with colors. Subtly but powerfully. Color isn't about youth, it's about vibrancy. Eyeshadows in soft lavender, olive green, or champagne shimmer. Hair highlights in silver, smoky gray, or warm mocha balayage. You deserve color that lights up your features and your spirit. 4. Hair and makeup as self-care rituals. Brushing your hair, dabbing blush, choosing the right lipstick. These aren't chores, they're acts of love. Quiet moments that say, I still matter, I still care, I still glow. Whether you're going out or staying in, every touch of beauty is a moment of mindful joy. Final thought. True beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Your age doesn't limit your hairstyle. Your lipstick isn't too much. The only question is, does this make you smile in the mirror? If yes, then you've already mastered the art of timeless style. Hair and makeup as a personal statement, Part 2. At 60 plus, you no longer need to impress. You only need to express who you are, how you feel, and what brings you joy. Let your hairstyle and makeup become your silent language of self-love. 1. Hair should match your energy, not your age. Forget the rules. Don't cut your hair short just because someone said you should. Love softness? Go for shoulder-length waves. Bold and vibrant? Try a pixie cut or sharp bob. Elegant and timeless? Try a low bun or a classic vintage bob. Your hairstyle should reflect your story, not your age. 2. Makeup should celebrate, not hide. Use foundation that breathes. Define your eyes. Choose lip colors that make you feel alive. Makeup isn't about looking younger, it's about feeling beautiful. On your terms. You can keep it natural, or you can sparkle. What matters is that you feel like you. 3. Treat beauty as a daily ritual of self-love. Every brush stroke can be an act of kindness. Brushing your hair is unwinding your thoughts. Dabbing blush is honoring your skin's journey. Putting on lipstick is saying, I'm still glowing. Beauty isn't a performance, it's an inward journey. 4. Give yourself permission to shine. Try that bold lipstick. Experiment with makeup techniques. Discover new highlights for your hair. Book a photo session just for yourself. No filters needed. Make beauty an adventure into yourself, and you'll rediscover parts of you that are still waiting to be loved. Final thought. Age can't define aesthetic taste. Only You Can Style isn't about youth. It's about knowing what lights you up. And when you choose to celebrate yourself with a new haircut, a fresh lipstick, or a simple smile in the mirror, you become timeless, 60 plus, and radiant. This is just the beginning. There's a common misconception that turning 60 means slowing down. But in reality, this is your moment to bloom, to become more vivid, more free, and more you than ever. 1. No more should. Now you get to choose. You no longer wear makeup or dress up to meet expectations. You do it because it feels good, because it's fun, because it makes you feel seen. Wear bold colors, dye your hair purple, dance barefoot in your living room. This is your season of joy. No permission needed. 2. True beauty comes from inner peace. By now, you've seen enough to know what matters. Peace, kindness, and confidence. That's what makes you glow, your calm presence, your knowing smile, your deep laughter. That's your most powerful beauty. 3. Fashion becomes your playground. You're done with rules. Now is the time to play. Try bold prints, mix vintage with modern, accessorize wildly, or not at all. Let your style whisper or shout, I am not aging, I am evolving. 4. 60 plus isn't an ending, it's a gateway to freedom. Now you have time for self-care, courage to try new things, perspective to see the beauty in small moments. This is not the end, this is your renaissance. Final thought, you are never too old to start again, to feel radiant, to love yourself louder than ever. This is your time. Step into it, with grace, with color, with fire, beauty beyond approval, the art of becoming. You at 60 plus, there comes a liberating truth for women over 60. You no longer need approval to feel valuable. You don't need applause for your outfit. You don't need validation for your choices. Because your worth is not in others' eyes, it's in your own reflection. 1. Beauty is no longer a standard, it's a truth. You don't chase looking like someone else. Now, you embrace looking like yourself, fully, fearlessly. Wrinkles are not flaws. They're the traces of laughter, sorrow, life lived deeply. A softening body? It's the home of strength, of nurturing, of love. So wear that scarf, put on that bold lipstick, let your silver hair shine. Not to impress, but because it makes you feel alive. 2. Being yourself. That's eternal beauty. This is your permission to walk slower, savoring the morning, say no to what drains you, say yes to silly joys. You've played many roles. Now it's time to become the woman you've always dreamed of, free, grounded, unapologetically you. 3. True beauty is compassion and self-respect. What makes a woman deeply attractive? Not flawless skin, not a perfect body, but a kind heart, a wise gaze, a presence that brings peace. Women over 60 carry something no cosmetic can fake: presence. And that comes from self-acceptance, inner peace, and decades of learning. 4. Remember, every morning you wake up is a miracle. If you can still breathe, laugh, and sip tea under a setting sun, you can still make today beautiful. You don't need to be perfect, just fully alive, beautifully aware, and deeply grateful. And that, dear woman, is timeless beauty. Beauty. After 60, a journey of grace, truth, and self-love. There comes a point in every woman's life when beauty stops being something to prove and becomes something to understand, nurture, and simply live. 1. Beauty after 60 is the art of acceptance and growth. When you look in the mirror now, you don't obsess over imperfections. You see a woman who's lived, a woman who's stood strong through heartbreak and healing, a woman who's still here, soft, resilient, elegant. Every wrinkle is a memory. Every silver strand is a milestone. Your face tells a story no filter ever could. 2. Makeup and hair aren't for hiding, but for nurturing. You don't wear makeup to cover. You wear it to care. You don't style your hair to impress. You do it because it brings you joy. Maybe your curls are now silver. Maybe your skin is softer. But your spirit shines through like never before. Beauty now is not a performance. It's a connection to your authentic self. 3. You're allowed to rediscover yourself, gently and boldly. This stage of life is a canvas. Try that color you once thought too bright. Wear the scarf that makes you feel vibrant. Live in a way that says, I've earned this joy. And I'll wear it proudly. Inside you, there's still a passionate woman waiting to be seen. By you. 4. Confidence. After 60 is rooted in experience, not appearances. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need to sparkle to shine. Your quiet confidence, your unshakable peace, that's what turns heads without trying. 5. And above all, you're allowed to love yourself freely. This isn't selfish. This is essential. You've given so much to others. Now is your time to give love back to the woman who's carried you this far. Ask yourself, what made me smile today? Am I caring for myself with the same tenderness I give to others? Have I said anything kind to myself lately? If not, start now. Because it's never too late to love yourself. Choose yourself at any age. Opening, life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Many women spend decades putting others first: children, spouse, career. And one day, you look back and realize, I never really chose myself. But now, you have time, wisdom, and an open road ahead. It's never too late to say, from now on, I choose Schmidt. 1. Choosing yourself means living by your own values. You don't need to please everyone anymore. You can say no without guilt. You can decline draining conversations. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. Chase a long-lost passion. Or simply spend the day in nature, reading, resting, or creating. Choosing yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. 2. Choosing yourself means loving yourself without conditions. You don't need to be productive, youthful, or flawless to feel worthy. You just need to be you, authentic, kind, imperfect, and resilient. You're not a draft of your younger self. You are the refined version, beautifully shaped by time. 3. Choosing yourself means designing a life you love. Now is the time to break the mold. Learn to paint, dance, play an instrument, plan that solo trip or a girl's getaway. Redesign your space, your wardrobe, your outlook. You no longer have to fit into someone else's life. You get to fit perfectly into your own. 4. Choosing yourself means embracing all your emotions. Being 60 doesn't mean you have to be quiet or composed all the time. Laugh out loud. Cry when something moves you. Speak your love, your truth, your desires. Feel it all, and let it be part of your beautiful, evolving self. You're not done growing, you're just growing deeper. Final message. Choose yourself, every single day. It's not about saying no to others. It's about finally saying yes to you. When you become an inspiration, without even trying, you are already an inspiration just by being you. At 60 plus, you may not realize that simply being is already a message of hope to others. You've weathered storms, you've loved, lost, learned, and still kept your grace. Your presence tells others, quietly but powerfully, you'll be okay too. There's beauty in the way you walk through life now, calm, authentic, and unshaken. That is inspiration, not forced, but felt. Others look at you and think, I hope I can be like her someday. Your daughters, granddaughters, and even strangers are watching. They admire how you dress with elegance, not extravagance. You speak with wisdom, not volume. You find joy in tea, flowers, silence, and stillness. You radiate peace, even after a life full of ups and downs. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You are proof that aging can be powerful, beautiful, and deeply graceful. Inspiration isn't loud, it's deep. You don't need a spotlight, you just need to keep living truthfully. Stay kind, even when it's hard. Say I love you, and mean it. Let peace be your presence, and choose joy. Even after sorrow. These are lessons no book can teach, but your life can. A quiet ending, that's not really an end. You don't need to change the world. By changing how you treat yourself, you already change the world of those around you. Inspiration doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. In the voice of a woman who's lived well, lived real, and lived fully. Like you, awakening the power of a woman. After 60, your power isn't fading, it's evolving. There's a quiet transformation that happens after 60. You stop trying to fit into roles, and finally step into your truth. You don't just survive anymore, you choose how to live. You no longer ask for permission to rest. Apologize for your preferences. Sacrifice your peace for approval. Now you reclaim your voice. You live with intention, and you know, you don't need to prove anything. You simply are. You don't need to fit in. You were born to shine. Power after 60 is subtle, but unshakable. You choose what beauty means to you. You wear your colors, your story, your truth, with pride. You don't chase relevance. You radiate essence. I don't need to go back in time. I just need to move forward. as myself, unapologetically. You start living with purpose. At this stage, the question shifts from, what do others expect of me? Into, what legacy do I want to leave? Every day becomes meaningful. A smile you offer, a story you share, a boundary you hold with grace, a life you design. On your terms, you no longer exist in the background. You become the guiding light, strong, soft, and fiercely grounded. You don't fight to be seen. You choose to be radiant. You enter this chapter not to explain yourself, but to express yourself. You are not defined by age. You are elevated by it. You've bloomed, you've healed, you've grown. Now you lead, simply by being whole. You're not just an older woman. You are a powerful woman, walking into your fullest expression. Happiness is not a destination. It's how you walk through each day. Happiness isn't far away. It's right here, in this moment. We often spend our lives chasing happiness. We think, I'll be happy when I have more money, time, health, or love. But happiness keeps moving, just out of reach. Yet now, at 60 or 70, you begin to realize, happiness is not a destination. It's a way of living. It doesn't require perfection, just presence. Just the willingness to pause, breathe, and be grateful for the small moments. Happiness comes from fully being. Here, it's in your morning tea under the sunlight, in the music you play while watering your plants, in the deep breath you take with a heart that's content. Because you've learned, fast doesn't always mean right. More isn't always better. Peace is the real wealth. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect to be happy. At this age, you've felt it all. Joy, grief, growth, and grace. You no longer define happiness by achievement, but by appreciation. Not having more, but feeling enough. Not always smiling, but embracing the full spectrum of life. Happiness is a skill, not a stroke of luck. Don't wait for happiness to happen by chance. Create it, practice it, choose it. Choose to see what's good. Choose to let go of what hurts. Choose to speak kindly to yourself. Choose to live each day as a gift, because it truly is the older you get, the closer you come to true joy. It's in your gentleness, in your self-acceptance, in your choice to live deeply, not quickly. You don't need to change who you are. Just return to yourself and let your own rhythm guide your joy. Because every day you're alive is already a reason to smile. Rebirth. It's never too late to begin again. One of the greatest lies we've been told is, I'm too old to start over. But wisdom whispers something else. Every day is a new beginning. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Rebirth doesn't mean erasing the past. It means honoring it and choosing to move forward with clarity, grace, and courage. At 60, 65, or 70, you're not late. You're just more ready than ever. Instead of asking, what can I still do? Ask, how do I truly want to live? You can learn, you can dream, you can create, love, travel, dance, explore. Not to be younger, but to be more you. Because dreams don't expire, and your passion is still alive, waiting for your permission to shine. Don't just exist. Bloom. You have the right to change. You have the right to begin again. You have the right to fall, rise, and grow. You deserve to live each day, not in regret, but in celebration. You cannot rewind time, but you can always begin again with a wiser heart. Every ending is a beginning in disguise. This chapter is not the end. It's an invitation to live with choice, to move with purpose, to walk in the truth of who you are, beautifully, boldly, freely. Because now you know, age is not a limit. It's a launch pad for deeper, richer, more radiant living.